Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are back in Star Citizen. Today I'm going to be going over a new player start from the landing location of New Babbage. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll jump right in from here. I like New Babbage for a couple different reasons. There are a decent number of shops and different things that you can use to purchase necessary items there, as well as some very, very beautiful architecture and scenery, and definitely some very, very interesting location things. Okay, so to get out of your hab where you'll wake up, you will hold the F key and click on your door there on the open section. Getting out of your bed, of course, you can just hold any of the movement keys, W, A, S, D, or Y, which can be used to get out of any bed or chair that you might be in. Calling the elevator, same thing. You'll hold the F key and left click. And that's the same for really any interaction in the game. Is just to hold the F key and then left click on whatever you are wanting to interact with. So these are the nest apartments. This is where you'll come out from your hab. It's a nice little seating area. Very pretty chandeliers and architecture. And this leads out into a couple of different waiting rooms or lobbies, I guess you could call them. There's really not a whole lot that can be done here, but we'll take a quick look around and see what we can see. Here are your fines and citations, in case you get a fine or something for loitering over a landing pad or something. And then this is the Brentworth Care Center. So if you are setting your respawn to New Babbage, this is where you'll wake up. There is patient check-in right here in case you need to heal any injuries. Insurance is right here, so that you can choose to set this location as your default spawn location if you die. Once again, this one's pretty well developed and built out. Definitely one of the more beautiful locations. And of course you have the pharmacy, where you can purchase any of the various medical pieces of equipment that they have, including refills for the lifeguard tool and the paramed medical device, which unfortunately is not showing up here. But that's like a little, there we go, a little multi-tool kind of attachment, or a first-person tool that you can take with you to heal injuries, both your own and other players. This is where you'll wake up if you're killed. It's just through those elevators. I'm going to go ahead and we will exit. And we'll travel over to the Metro Loop. So the Metro Loop is just down these stairs on either side there. It is the main way of traveling, actually I believe the only way of traveling between any of the 3 different locations that make up New Babbage: the Spaceport and the Commons. There is the Aspire Grand as well, so it's technically 4 locations. I'm going to go ahead and we'll take the train here, and we will head out to the Commons, which is where most of the purchase shops and locations for all that kind of stuff are located. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll pause here. Actually, you know what? Let's go out here to the front and we'll kind of take a look at some of the exterior buildings. As you can see, quite built up. Quite a nice amount of architecture. All of this is flyable, so you can come down and fly through this area in your ship. Definitely not a game to play if you are prone to photosensitive seizures, as there's quite a bit of these little flashing lights going through here. But the shuttle has worked properly, so we are here at the Commons now. The new Babbage interstellar spaceport will be up that direction. And then this one, yeah, I believe this is off to the spaceport. We can go ahead and head up here and take a look at the different shops and what can be purchased here at New Babbage. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and head up either of these stairs to the Commons. And here we are. So we've got several different shops. This is, I guess, a little yoga workout place. New Babbage is all indoors. And so because of the weather and the cold, all the exercise is done indoors. So they've got a nice little weight room, different walking stations, and all that kind of stuff. Various different shops. I don't think any of these can really be interacted with, except for, of course, the waters. And oh, yeah, you can purchase some of the sandwiches as well. Definitely worth a pop down to take a look around at the architecture, if nothing else. Elroy's, this is the burger joint, a little bit nicer, I guess. A couple things that can be purchased here, I guess the Oza and the apples. These are, actually it looks like all of these, various different fruits that can be collected throughout the verse. And then, of course, you've just got your protein bars, chocolate bars, that kind of stuff. The ice cream. Oh, we can purchase the ice cream too. This is definitely one of the more fleshed out locations in the verse. So a lot of the items are purchasable and interactable. I've got my my NPC volume turned off, but you can ask the tour guide about the location, and I basically talk to her and interact to some degree with the NPC there. Okay, then we've got the factory line. This is the plaza where all of the shops are located under this big dome. So Center Mass and Shubin Interstellar are both along the left-hand side loop here. Shubin Interstellar is where you can purchase your mining attachments, as well as various different utility items. You can purchase armor of various different shades and grades, as well as the MacFlex backpack. Some undersuits, just the stone skin and the beacon. And the personal weapons just has the pyro multi-tool, the mining attachment, and the tractor beam. But all of those can be purchased here at Shubin Interstellar and either put into your ship or into the local inventory here. Continuing on around here, there's no access here, so you can't get into there. But continuing on, that's an interesting plant. Plants of tomorrow. This is an Elysian bloom. Carnivorous plant catches insects with the sticky resin it secretes, allowing it to not only act as an exterminator for unwanted pests, but also survive in severely nitrogen-depleted soil. So there's various different write-ups and markups about plants and all that kind of stuff if you're interested in the lore or the flora and fauna. Center mass is where you can purchase ship weapons. Very similar to the one that is on Area 18 from my previous video. You can go to any of these terminals and go through and purchase any of the various different pieces of equipment, weapons, and then assign them onto your ship with the vehicle manager. These are all the same, whether you're getting them here or at Area 18. I believe the stock is the same either way. And of course you can look around at the different weapons and purchase any of them at the kiosks. Continuing around, we've got the Eterpi office suites and the Eterpi lounge. Nothing, I believe, at this point is really interactable. A lot of window dressing at this point, but when the game is fully fleshed out, a lot of this stuff will actually be interactable, and you'll be able to interact with the NPCs and all that kind of stuff. The new Babbage TDD is in here, the Trade and Development Division, where one can purchase and sell their various different mineable items. For instance, if I wanted to purchase either scrap or waste and take that out and sell it, or if I had some quantanium or other mined materials that I wanted to sell, I could do that here, just as you can at any of the major landing locations. The prices do not vary at this point, so it's really just a case of which one you're closest to and which one is easiest to get in and out of. You've got the Omega Pro and FTL are up ahead here. FTL is just inside here. This has got the Kovalex shipping containers. And this is a courier. I don't believe... you can interact with the NPC. And he's got various different things you can do, whether you're making a delivery or a pickup or whatever. Most of these are mission based, and you kind of have to have the mission to be able to pick those up. Those will come in later when we do box delivery missions. And then continuing around here, we have Omega Pro. Which is the ship systems sales. Again, very similar to the one at Area 18, where you can actually... I don't think this one is at Area 18. But you can purchase all of the different ship components, coolers, paint, quantum drives, shields, power supply, all that kind of stuff. Those are all purchasable here. Not all of them are going to be purchasable, of course. There is a little bit of a difference depending on which location you go to. So again, using the Urkel.games site is a great way of finding exactly what you need and where to get it. But that's what you can get at the Omega Pro. And then if we continue around here, this will dump us back out That's the Calliope Lounge. All these, of course, are named after previous scientists or people in lore surrounding Microtech. And Calliope, actually, and Euterpe are both moons of Microtech as well. You also have Factory Line down in here, which you can head down the stairs, and this is where you can purchase a skin for your Moby-Glass. I have not bothered to do this, but apparently you can purchase several different colors and put those onto your Moby-Glass. I've not really done that, as it doesn't provide any benefit. It's just cosmetic at this point. Very nice, nice and clean and futuristic looking here. None of these can really be interacted with at this point, although we are looking forward to a lot of this stuff getting more fully fleshed out. They are really working on a lot of oh, there's an amphitheater somewhere here as well. They're really working on getting a lot of this stuff a little bit more interactable, and getting a lot of the kiosks and that sort of stuff working properly. Okay, so we'll head back up to the main room. Different is good. Alright, and we'll head back to the exit and the transit station. This is the commons. I guess on the other side of the loop here, we have the promenade. Which is really just a beautiful area. You've got the surface entrances there where you can actually go out on the surface. Obviously you'll need a decent, at least a flight suit, if not armor, because it is very cold out there. As you can see, there are a few people out there, but it's very, very cold out there, covered in ice and snow. The promenade, of course, is just another one of these major domes, and I believe it's got some much farther every day. Yeah, it's got a little bit more nature stuff. Ooh, it looks like their clothing line is here as well. They've got some more fashionable outfits. Apparelli. That one can purchase here. Lil Monty, can we get... No, we can't get into there yet. That one's not open. Then you've got Oza. Neo-Imperial Cuisine. The Cove, which appears to be closed currently. Like just a gathering area, I guess. Perhaps in the future this will actually be turned into something as well. The Oasis, which I believe is just going to be another... Oh, that's kind of pretty. Maybe this is going to be turned into like some sort of dance floor or something in the future. I'm not sure what all of these areas are actually going to be turned into, but they're worth running around and taking a look at. This looks like perhaps a bar. Yes, this would be the bar for the location. I, of course, don't really drink, so we won't interact with the bartenders there to get anything. And we can continue along here to Whammer's, which is the burger joint at this location. I think they do burgers, and they do various different things like that. You can purchase each of these as well as the drinks, and of course take a seat at any of the benches if you'd like while you are eating. Getting up, of course, with any of the movement keys or holding Y. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we'll head back to the exit. At a bit of a run, because there's a lot of walking to do at Microtech. Obviously, all of it inside, which I suppose is probably a good thing that they do have some walking, because otherwise you could get very out of shape. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we will head back to the transit station. And down to the Metro Loop. Alright, so we can go to the spaceport through there, or we can go to the Aspire Grand. I'm going to go ahead and we'll head over there. Oh, perfect timing. Capsule is arriving. So we'll go ahead and head to the Aspire Grand and see what we can see there. Oop, I'm going to say that must have been a player, because the NPCs really don't run.
Captain, doors are now closing.
Into the bright daylight. And we will head out here and see what all can be seen here. I believe this is really just the Microtech showroom. But we'll have a little look around and see what all can be seen. So the Aspire Grand. Actually, you know what? This is where we came from. This is where you'll spawn. So we'll head back down to the Metro Loop, and hopefully just be able to head to the spaceport. So the Aspire Ground is where you wake up. The Commons is where you can purchase things, and the spaceport is where you'll take off. So we'll go ahead and resume as soon as we get to that point.
Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Alright. Here's our capsule. We'll go ahead and head out to the spaceport. This will be the longest run out in the open, which is a key thing to remember, of course, if you are coming into Microtech. You want to look for the very, very long loop, as it will point out to the spaceport, which is where you'll need to land. If you do choose to go to and from Microtech and the new Babbage landing zone. I generally do most of my business over here, if any at all, at the Port Tressler space station, which is orbiting the planet. Well, actually, it's in a geosynchronous orbit. Kind of stationed over the new Babbage landing zone. Okay, so to get up to the actual spaceport, you'll call the elevators, again holding the F key and left clicking. And you'll click on the NBIS, New Babbage International Station. New Babbage International Spaceport. And then just follow the corridor to your right. Or, well, I suppose to the left if you end up coming up one of those. You'll go through security here.
Ready for upgrade. Located in the plaza, the factory line has all of my
And here we are. There's your view out onto New Babbage from the spaceport. And there are the train loops that we just came in on.
Shopping, dining, and entertainment. Be sure to visit New Babbage's renowned promenade.
There are ship rentals over here at the Regal ship rental station. Just luxury items. So you can get combat interceptors, some luxury transports, the LN light fighter. Some of you may have the Aurora for your starter ship, the Constellation, a Poa Nox, which is a little a speeder bike, any of the various different items. There we go. Okay, you can also purchase Pico the Penguin, either the skateboarding one or any of the various other ones. He's kind of the Microtech mascot. And of course, get a drink if you need one. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to remove my helmet by left clicking, or holding F and right clicking, sorry. Doing actions, player, oops, item actions, helmet unequip. That'll take my helmet off and allow me to
Looking for a good time? Be sure to visit Wally's Bar in the promenade.
oh goodness,
Only a quick ride on the metro.
drink any of the items that I happen to be purchasing here. That's not quite filled me up, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get one of these synergies. And that will help to fill up my water the rest of the way, and also my food a little bit. You can purchase any of these, of course. I'm going to go ahead and hit the I button. And oh, I don't have any of those left. I'll just go ahead and put it into storage anyway, so it's not littering up the space. Okay,
All of us at Microtech, welcome to the new Babbage Interstellar Spaceport.
you can talk to the tour guide here again if you wish to. There are the surface entrances if you have a surface ship or vehicle.
For the latest updates on ship availability and gate prices, please use one of the previously located terminals.
And the hangars where you'll be able to take off. We'll go ahead and we'll get my
From
actually
all of us at
yeah, we'll
Microtech,
get my Freelancer Max,
welcome to the new Babbage Interstellar Spaceport.
which there we go, is going to be delivered to hangar 14.
Tired of travel? Why not rest at the next newly renovated resort? Located downtown, luxurious Sapphire Valley.
You can always find what hangar you're in if you happen to forget by looking at the little circle over there. Hangar 14.
From the best
Hold F
dining
and scroll down if you happen to be in a hangar that is not readily visible. And there we are, the arrow view hangars. This one we're going to be exiting through the top. Of course, when you first get into your ship, there is a high likelihood well, something's not working here. We may be experiencing a crash here. We will see. Yep, it looks like that's the case. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so here we are. Everything is working properly again. We're going to go ahead and call for takeoff by hitting the F1 key on your keyboard. Clicking on your comlink in the bottom left hand corner. Going to Friends in the top left and clicking on the NB International Spaceport. And that will request takeoff for you. From there, basic controls for your ship are W to go forward, Oop. S to go backwards or to slow down, A to slide left, D to slide right. Q and E will roll your ship to the left and right respectively. And your mouse will control your pitch, nose up or nose down, and yaw. Slide or turning to the right or to the left. Nose up and press B to spool your quantum drive. And accelerate using the W key to get up and out of the atmosphere. You can hold the Shift key to give yourself a boost, which will increase your speed quickly, but does drain your boost bar, which will have to recharge. So you can use it if you wish to, if you're in a hurry, but keep in mind that it will have to recharge. As soon as you get out of atmosphere, all of these little red triangles that you see around the screen will turn blue, telling you that you have gotten out of atmosphere and can begin quantum travel to your destination. Hitting the C key will activate cruise control and will attempt to maintain the highest speed that you have set your speed limiter at. That's the little box on the left hand side slider there. We've gotten out of atmosphere, so we can go ahead and turn off cruise control. And we're going to look around. Whoop, that was rather abrupt. We're going to look around for the square-shaped icon, which will be the port Tressler. There it is. You can line up, and once your spooling is complete and the left-hand sidebar is also complete, you can hold the B key to initiate quantum travel, and those are the basics of Star Citizen, navigation, flight, and the new Babbage landing zone. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Take care.